videos in this series are not meant to represent my first playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV. I have completed all main scenario quests, so I cannot promise you genuine reactions to certain cutscenes, but at the same time I still might get emotional during certain moments in the game. With that said, I do hope to provide a decent experience for everyone, so thank you for tuning in. Hello everyone, welcome back to another Final Fantasy XIV video. In the last episode, there really wasn't much happening. We had to sit through like 3 different speeches in each of the city-states that we went to, which was Ul'dah, Limsa, and Gridania. Each of those places held their own remembrance ceremony for those that died during the Battle of Cartano. So essentially what all of those speeches were for each city was just a chance for them to more or less flex their muscles, say like, hey, we're the better city, we care more. And during each one of those speeches, we kept bumping into these twins, Alphino and Alice, that seemed to have, I guess, their own objectives and agendas, and they really didn't care too much for each of the speeches that each leader of each city had to give. So, yeah, there's that. After attending those speeches, I made my decision to join up with the Immortal Flames. Just a brief recap with how that happened. After I defeated Ifrit, each of the grand companies from each city-state wanted to have me join them, but I can only join one. I chose the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah, so there's that. And lastly, one bit of other thing that happened was we did fight off a small Imperial group that shot down an airship near Ul'dah. So we rescued Biggs and Wedge from the Imperials who shot down their airship. So they're good and ready. I believe the person that built the airship, the Imperials just called him by Garland. So I'm pretty sure we'll learn more about that later on down the line. But with that said, we're gonna go ahead and continue the story. So let's get on with it. And also I'm looking a bit different because off screen I did do my class quest, so I'm now almost level 31 and got some new gear for completing my class quest. Welcome back, Jay. Lady Menphilia awaits you within. Alright, let's head inside. Welcome back. It seems you wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know? Why, the recruitment officer called to regale me with the tale of your heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. We Scions are truly fortunate to have you with us, Jay. Now, when last we spoke, I said that I wanted you to meet some friends, did I not? Well, I neglected to mention to you that you have already met. Taru, please show them in. This way, sirs. Oh hey, Biggs and Wedge. Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. But I don't think we properly introduced ourselves. I'm Biggs. And I'm Godsmad, spit it out, will you? Wedge at your service. I am pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magitech-driven contraptions such as airships grow ever more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judged that we Scions should serve as the keepers of this technology. Of course, for this we needed the knowledge the knowledge of experts, and so we requested the assistance of Garland Ironworks, who very kindly sent us 2 of their finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. Nice. Like every soul here, I love Eorzea. and I count myself blessed to have been given this chance to stand with you all and fight for the future of the realm. Never have I known such fulfillment, such happiness.
Now, having set aside the formalities, we have a favor to ask of you.
Oh god, more work.
Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have conducted a study at the behest of the Order of the Twin Adder. Papalimo, Ida, a synopsis if you would.
Our task was to survey the behavior of the Sylphs, a beast tribe indigenous to the Twelveswood.
Oh, how to describe them. They look like gisselcreens, floating ones, that worship the primal Ramu.
Ahem. Though technically a beast tribe, Sylphs are blessed with a comparatively personable demeanor, conducive to peaceful communication.
Ah, so they're not violent, basically. That's good to know.
Offering us an invaluable opportunity to learn what the beast tribes know of the primals.
While Ramu's existence is well documented, the Sylphs do not, or perhaps cannot, summon the primal any longer, insofar as can be ascertained. Until such time as we know, it would be unwise to assume that the threat posed by the primal has passed.
Which leaves Gridania with the added worry of not knowing what they should be worrying about.
In that regard, they are hardly alone. What we can say with absolute certainty is that Gridania has its hands full fending off Garuda, who, I need hardly remind you, is among the most savage and terrible of all known primals.
In short, it is essential that we approach the Sylphs in as diplomatic a manner as possible. Words and actions can be misconstrued. The only sure way to communicate our intentions is the echo. Winning the Sylph's favor may well bring us a step closer to mitigating the threat of the primals. Will you help us?
Don't think I have a choice in the matter anymore since I joined you guys, so yes, I'll help.
I am grateful.
Lovely. Well, as much as I'd like to help, I'm afraid I would be of little use to anyone in Gridania. A veritable babe in the woods. Ida and Papalimo, however, should be able to see the forest for the trees. Is that not so, Minfulia?
Indeed. You are willing?
Leave it to me.
Us, Ida, us!
Alright, looks like I'm gonna be working with Papalimo and Ida. Alright, so I'm gonna have to report over to the Adder's Nest in Gridania to get a briefing on what the situation is like between them and the Sylphs. Now, I believe I do have access to like probably 1 or 2 new dungeons that I can unlock, but I'll probably do that during my own time. We know far too little of the Sylphs to lay any worthwhile plans. We must call upon the sounds once more if we are to... I sir. Ah, beg pardons. 'Tis a terrible habit of mine to think aloud. But tell me, what brings you to the Adder's Nest? Hail, adventurer. I bid you welcome to the Adder's Nest. Do you seek to entwine your destiny with the Twin Adder? Nah, I've joined the Immortal Flames. I'm good, fam. Good day, Commander. Sorry to disappoint you, but other business brings us here today. Ida and Papalymo, always a pleasure to see the two of you. My men tell me you were questing the name of the Scions of late. Quite so, Commander. A little bird told us that the Twin Adder was in need of our adventuring prowess. Aye, your little bird sings true. No doubt you've heard that we're investigating the Sylphs, that curious beast tribe that calls the depths of the Twelveswood home. The Sylphs are, for the most part, a peaceable bunch, much to the delights of the Elder Seedseer, who has no desire to see her people embroiled in yet another fruitless war. The Twin Adder is of the same mind, and it is precisely for this reason that the Sylphs' relation to the Primal Ramu has raised a flag of warning amongst our ranks. Friendly as they may appear, beastmen will be beastmen. Should there be even a sliver of a chance that the summoning of the Primal might disturb the balance between Gridania and the Sylphic tribes, it is a possibility we cannot ignore. Better to be safe than sorry, indeed. Do we strike at Ramu or leave the Sylphs to their own ways? That is the question, yet I find myself lacking ample knowledge to arrive at an answer. Opinions abound within Gridania, but to listen only to one's own is among the greatest mistakes a commander can make. I would hear from the other side, the Sylphs themselves, and seek an impartial party to serve as my liaison. That is where you Scions come in. Got it. The Sylphs of Little Solus remain untempered and have held many a productive dialogue with our people. I would hear their candid thoughts on their tempered brethren. That said, I urge you to exercise due caution. Sylphic tradition and etiquette bear little resemblance to our own. It would not do to have any cross-cultural faux pas get in the way of a productive parley. En route to Little Solus, you'll come upon the Hawthorn Hut. Our officer stationed there can enlighten you as to how to win the Sylph's favor. May your expedition be a worthwhile one. A friendly palaver with the Sylphs? This should be a pleasant enough diversion. Hawthorn Hut, was it? Why, I believe the ferry departing from West Shore Pier should take us straight there. A friendly palaver indeed. I hope this will be as straightforward as you say, Papalymo. It better be. Now, I know they said I can take the boat to get there, but I can tell it... Oh, well, I can't jump too far ahead. It wants me to take the boat, but I can actually teleport over to Hawthorn Hut. At least I think I can. I'll find out. Where is the pier? It is over by Lancer's Guild, so we're gonna go ahead and teleport to the Lancer's Guild and then take the boat from there. But let me check my... Oh, nope, I cannot teleport to Hawthorn Hut. My bad. I made a mistake. I am sorry. There's... Wait, did this thing get on? Ah, okay. Beautiful. I might save that for another video. Lancer's Guild. There is something else I have access to right now, but that I'll definitely make a video on, because it's actually quite fun. The ferry dock at the base of this hill will carry you across the lake to the East Shroud. Once you're ashore, head due east and you should find the Hawthorn Hut without much trouble. Thank you. Oh, I walked right past the guy. Yes, this way. Alright, so here we are. Oh, right, I also got a chocobo off screen, so I now have access to a mount. It'll move slow at first, but as you quest and level up, your mount speed will increase. Although your mount speed will only increase in the area that you're questing in. If I have to go into a new zone altogether where I haven't done much of anything, well, my mount speed is going to be this speed. Oh, that player's mouse looks cool. Alright, before I talk to the NPC, let me go ahead and attune myself to this Aetheryte so I can actually teleport back here whenever I need to. Alright. Indeed, I am Ameline of the Twin Adder. I understand you're here to learn of the Sylphs, yes? For all their whimsy, they are a wary lot, particularly since the Empire has come to the Shroud. Earn their trust, however, and they're as friendly as any folk. They have their quirks, but so do we all, no? Would you know more, you'd do well to speak with the master of this hut, Rolf. He's forgotten more about the Sylphs than I'll ever know. Hello, Rolf. Ooh, level up. Nice. Come to learn a thing or two about the Sylphs, have you? I'll tell you one thing. They're a peculiar folk. How peculiar, you ask? Well, just let me tell you. They're... Beg pardon, friend. My memory's just not what it used to be. I've seen much and more in my adventuring days, and it's all a clutter in my noggin now. Though I've shared my stories with those around the hut before. You might have more luck with them. Well, you're real help. Okay, let's talk with this chick. The Sylphs? Yes, Father's told me his stories plenty of times. What I've always found most captivating is how their concept of etiquette is almost completely alien to our own. You'd do best not to underestimate them on account of their childlike looks, lest your face end up a mess of glyphs, squiggles, and chocobo scratches. Oh. Yeah, that sounds bad. Childish, but bad. Who else has information that I need so I can actually talk with these Sylphs properly without getting them too upset? The Sylphs? Invertebrates, tricksters, and troublemakers, that's what they are. One day they're drawing marble faces on our masks, and the next they're sending our young sentries falling to the bottom of a ravine. Tell them to stop and they just laugh at you. Rolf claims they harbor no ill will, but I dare say such pranks are no laughing matter. The quickest way to a quiver woman's heart might be through her stomach, but don't even think of trying to foist your foodstuffs on the Sylphs. On the Sylph, they sustain themselves simply on bathing in the sun, or so Wolf once told me. Okay, so they don't need to eat. They like doing pranks. Oh, this is gonna be great. Oh, of course, hearing your stories, well, my stories, has brought the memories flooding back to me. I feel like dancing. Yes, nothing brings people together quite like a little toe tapping. The Sylph told me long ago that dancing is a time-honored greeting among their kind. You'd do well to remember this. It just may help win the favor of our forest friends. Oh, still here, huh? Great. There's one more thing you should know about the Sylphs. They don't take kindly to guests who show up empty-handed. To earn their trust, you'd do well to bring along Drat, what was it again? And my wife Rosa and I were just speaking of the matter not days ago. Forgive me, friend. Speak to Rosa at the comb. Her memory should prove more reliable than my own. Alright, and your wife is... Ooh, not too far. Oh, shoot, that's right. I completely forgot. I'm level 30, well, level 31 now. I can actually go ahead and progress with my job advancement. Whenever you make a character in Final Fantasy XIV, you start off by picking a class. Once that class reaches level 30-ish or so, you'll be given a quest to advance to your actual job. So in my case, because I'm a gladiator, I'll go ahead and job advance over to a paladin. If you're a thaumaturge, you go ahead and turn into a black mage. If you're a pugilist, you go ahead and turn into a monk. So you'd essentially be turning into the jobs that you're more familiar with. While if you've played other Final Fantasy games, your job advancements will be more familiar to you. because you'll know what they are. A peace offering for the Sylphs? Were it anyone else, I'd recommend a jar of honey, but I fear that wouldn't get you past their front doorstep, dear. No, their tastes run more to the unusual. Are you perchance familiar with milk root? That's what we call the roots that the most fiendish seedkin, the Ochu. When chewed, it exudes a cloudy liquid that's said to induce curious visions in the imbiber. You'd not catch me dead trying this stuff, but the Sylphs seem to enjoy it to no end. I've not seen an Ochu around the comb in quite some time, but I did encounter a suspicious clump of grass the other day. Were you to stimulate it somehow with some of this amber syrup, for example, you might be surprised at what comes out. Good luck. So, essentially, the freaking Sylphs get drunk off of a drink called milk roots, which comes out of a monster called an Ochu. Oh boy. So, let's go ahead and pour the syrup on here and see what comes out. Oh look, an Ochu. Oh, that's a big Ochu. Jesus Christ. My Chocobo can fight with me, but because I'm going to be focusing on tanking with my current class, I'm going to need my Chocobo to focus on healing. But because I literally just got my Chocobo, he's not going to have much healing spells to use to help me out. So that's quite unfortunate. Alright, we got the milk root. Let's go back to Rolf and see where we go from here. Yo, Rolf. Ah, you're back. Was my wife able to direct you to a suitable offering? Yes, she was. Milk roots, but of course. Those sylphs quaff that cloudy stuff as quick as I do a flagon of mead. The effect's just about the same as well. Any road, a gift of milk root will have the sylphs calling you friend and brother the moment they lay eyes on it. Now, let me wrap that up for you. I'm starting to feel a bit woozy. Alright, are we all set now? I've taken the liberty of wrapping your milk roots well and good. This should keep it nice and fresh, not to mention spare you from that god-awful stench. Thank you. The sylphs love the stuff, but me, I'd rather bury my nose in a chocobo dung. I dare say the reek even rivals the breath of the morble that put an end to my adventuring days. But I can tell you that story another time. You've more important matters to attend to today, yes? The sylphs are an eccentric bunch, but I've shared their company enough to know they're kind at heart. They'll not shun one whose intentions are true. May your parley be a fruitful one, friend. And do stop by on your return. There's a flagon of full flower mead with your name on it if you'd regale me with your adventuring tales. The drink sounds nice. Ah, and before I forget, don't go traipsing off just yet. Emilian here would have a word with you. Travel in safety, friend, and do pass along my regards to the winged ones. I'll make sure the sylphs know you said hi. Alright, Emilian, what's up? It's good to see your knowledge of Sylphic culture has matured. I see no reason to delay your mission any further. You're delaying it now. Upon your arrival at Little Solace, seek out a young sylph by the name of Kamuxio. He has served as an intermediary between our peoples on many an occasion, and has the close ear to his tribe's elder. I see that Hawthorne has furnished you with some of that malodorous root the sylphs so adore. I have something of far greater import for you to deliver. A missive from the elder Seedseer herself. To summarize the letter's contents in brief, it vouches for the integrity of our envoy, that would be you, and restates Gridania's desire to maintain a harmonious relationship with our long-standing friends of the forest. The war with the Ixal has taken a toll on our resources. We can ill afford to get mired in another conflict, and need not impress upon you any further the importance of this mission. May the 12 see you return with good tidings. In other words, don't fuck up. Got it. Alright, and Little Solace isn't too far. In fact, I can see it up ahead. Walking one is not familiar to this one. This one does not trust strange walking ones. Strange dancing ones might be a different story, but this one expects no such thing. Walking one should go home and leave this one be. Alright, you want to dance? I'll give you a dance. This one would welcome walking one who moves like these ones. If walking one would talk to this one will answer. This one is a busy one, so walking one should speak with quick tongue. Jesus Christ, they weren't kidding about their mannerisms. They speak so differently. Walking one would bring gifts to this one. Walking one is most kind. Yes, I have a gift and a letter. Walking one brings milk root. Milk root fills this one with great joy. This one gives thanks, gives many, many thanks. Walking one carries message for Elder One. This one will deliver the message to Elder One. Walking one should not worry. Oh, hi guys. Hello there. We're envoys from Gridania and we're here to treat with your people. Aye, we come to pay our respects to your elder and to learn from him more of your Lord Ramu. Who are these ones? These walking ones come from Gridania? Walking one became a dancing one and brought milk root, but walking one tricks this one. This one does not like tricks. This one will speak no more. Elder one is busy. Walking ones should go home. Go home, you say? But the Sylphs of Little Solus have always welcomed Gridania envoys with open wings. The letter carried by Jay here is an oath of peace penned by the Elder Seedseer herself. Still you would refuse us? This one's reasons are no business of walking ones. Elder one has no words for Gridania. Walking ones waste everyone's time. Well, I never. Turned away at the gates. Whatever did we do to deserve such a rude welcome? Was Jay's jig insufficiently jiggy? I beg your frickin' pardon, Ida. I'm as baffled as you, but something tells me recent events have our erstwhile fluttery friends feeling uncommonly wary. It would seem we've no choice but to ask around and see how we might earn their trust. Oh, boy, this is gonna take a while. So, oh boy, oh man. This section might take a bit of time, so I'm gonna end the video here. So, we made it over to Little Solus to try and figure out what's up with the Sylphs and if they plan on summoning their primal anytime soon. But it seems they've been dealing with other stuff most likely, so now they're kinda on edge and no longer want to talk with us. So that's freaking fantastic. So, in the next video we'll figure out what the hell is going on here, try and get some more information, and progress further in the story. The things I'll do off camera is do my job advancement. The things I'll do on camera is unlock probably... Oh, no, scratch that. Change of plans. Off camera, job advancements. On camera, unlocking one pretty interesting piece of content. So I'll see you guys in the next side quest video, as well as seeing you all in the next main story quest video. If you liked the video, please feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for updates on whatever it is I'm uploading. Until then, take care.